Hey guys,
Hello.
it's Halloween month and we got a Halloween movie for you. Or at least, more or less. We have a horror movie.
Halloween related, put it that way.
It's When a Stranger Calls.
It's a babysitter's nightmare, and I know what that's like.
When a Stranger Calls, we're talking about the remake from 2006. I have not seen the original, so I can't compare them. What I know is the remake done by Simon West in 2006, and that's the one we're going to talk about. So, that is basically it. We have a babysitter, remote location, scary forest, scary house, and a killer on the loose.
Well, a supposed killer on the loose that only lets himself be known through calling, and the callings get more and more and more elaborate, you know? And when you are, she's like 17 in this movie, right?
I would think so.
Okay, you're a babysitter, you're 17 years old, you're in an isolated house. The cops, it takes like the cops 20 minutes to get there, literally.
Mm-hmm.
You're babysitting two kids that are sick with the flu. And you think you have everything under control, and you don't. This guy, the caller knows everything left and right.
Yeah.
This is every babysitter's nightmare. I mean, I can't imagine being in that situation. I mean, when I watched this with you, I remember reacting, if I were in her shoes, I'd be like, okay, my first instinct is to protect the kids, then myself. And you just never think your babysitting skills would be put to an instinctual survival test.
Nope. So, that is a basic scenario, and we can't really talk about much more without giving away parts of a plot. It's really just, the babysitter, her name is Jill Johnson, played by Camilla Bell, being a babysitter, working for hired by a family who's out, for a restaurant and movie trip and what do I know, and she gets suspicious calls, and that's all I'm going to tell you, because the rest, well, if I spoil it, then there's no point in you watching the movie. Also, by the way, I hardly ever do this, but I would say, do not watch this movie's trailer. I swear to God, don't, because the trailer gives everything away. It gives away a crucial twist of a plot that will cut the fun for you in half. So, if you want to watch this movie, do not watch the trailer unless you want it spoiled. Just get the movie, rent it, or anything, and watch it. Because that way, it's much more enjoyable because you don't know what happens.
And it won't be spoiled. And I would, recommend watching it in the dark, too. I was scared of this movie.
Watch it in the evening or at night in the dark. And, yeah, I mean, if you like, movies like this, you're gonna love it.
This is like a thriller.
It's a thriller.
It's more thriller than a thrasher.
You mean slasher?
Slasher.
It has the elements of a slasher movie. I mean, the remote location, a kill on the loose and all.
It's
but other than that,
Jason. But no.
No, not really.
No Jason.
It's really just. It feels like one of the classic slasher movies from the 80s. Made at the present time. That's more or less how it is. But it's not it's not that gory or anything. It's really plays mostly with your nerves, and it will do that very well.
Yeah.
And seeing how this movie got a PG-13 rating, I gotta say in this case it doesn't matter because, like I said, there's not a whole lot of gore going on or extreme violence really. It's really just you're gonna get pressed to the edge of your seat. That's how you're gonna feel.
It doesn't make it a bad movie, though. It didn't need the gore. This movie played on your mentality. Yeah,
you feel paranoid after a while, and you care for the character because everything is filmed more or less from a perspective. But this is not one of those shaky hand cam movies. No, it's just that the camera, more or less, is a companion to our main character. You always see her, and I like movies that do that. There's not a whole lot of those, but this one it works pretty good, I would think.
Agreed.
So, really, the actors are really not that special, apart from our main actress. But apart from Camilla Bell, there's nobody recognizable in this movie.
No, the other people are kind of just there to fill in the details and stuff, and then you just move on. You're focusing on the main character throughout the whole movie.
They're no-name actors that serve a purpose. I mean, I've seen a lot worse. They don't have a whole lot of lines. It's okay. It's okay. It's a typical teen horror movie, but a good one. I mean...
Well, it's what it is. When a stranger calls, it's about a babysitter that's getting these weird phone calls. What's there to focus on? The babysitter. There you go.
Yeah, right. So there you go. So it's a simple movie, and yeah, we summarized the plot pretty quickly. Yeah. So what else can be said?
The rating sucks on this IMDb. I do not agree with it.
I don't. I mean, 4.8, that is a below average. I think it deserves at least a 6 or more, because for what it was meant to be, I think it works pretty well. It might be predictable in some parts, but tell me, what horror movie is not? It's hard to find really good horror movies these days, and I think this one came close to being pretty good.
I would give it a 6. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's pretty predictable, but it still did its job. It did its job for me. I was scared. That's the point of the film, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And my rating, personally, is a 7, because, not just, it's just that the main actress is pretty good. There's some nice scares in the movie. It has thick atmosphere. I mean, really thick. You really feel immersed into this house she's living in, which, by the way, is a brilliant type of architecture. This house is beautiful when you look at it, but it daytime it looks like one of the best houses, the most beautiful houses I've seen in my life.
Oh, but turn off the lights.
Turn off the light and let it be night, and you will feel, like, man,
you're in a Jason movie.
Yeah, you sure wish that the house would be a little smaller, Watch the movie, you will see what I mean. It's cool, it has a nice location. It's overall a pretty good thriller. So, if you don't know what to watch for Halloween, and, it doesn't have to be a gore fest, and you want something that's a little scary, I would think, yeah, give this one a try. It's good.
Go for it.
So, there's our rating. See you next time with our next review.
Adios.